Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another reading vlog. But this vlog is not a weekly reading vlog like I'm used to filming. Instead, this is the first in many that I'm going to be doing every month, where I pick one book every month to read and to vlog about and to just give you my thoughts and general opinions about it. This book could literally be anything. It could be a book by an author I've never read before. It could be a popular book that everybody loves. It could be an unpopular book. It could be a book from a genre that I wouldn't normally read. It could be a book that I have been wanting to read for ages and just haven't got round to yet. Whatever, it's just going to be a bit of fun, a bit of an experiment. We're just going to see what kind of books I end up liking or end up not liking along the way. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you the book that I have picked for the month of November. The book that I am going with is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is obviously the first book in the Grishaverse trilogy, and honestly, until I'd joined the Bookstagram community at the start of this year, I had never even heard of this trilogy or of Leigh Bardugo. She was just kind of that author that's really popular but kind of passed by my radar. I don't read a lot of young adult fantasy as much these days. My tastes have kind of veered more towards adult fiction and thrillers, but I have been getting back into fantasy this year, and I have read a bit of young adult, and I am in the mood for some of that. So I feel like this book is going to be a good way to whet my young adult appetite again, you could say. Yeah, like I said, this trilogy is very popular. I see posts about it on Instagram all the time. I've seen it mentioned by a lot of booktubers. Very well loved. So I'm very nervous to get into this, because I always find that a lot of books that have been hyped up are not always my favourite, and that's probably just because I have very different tastes, but we'll see. We're gonna start reading this now. I have a couple of hours before I have to go to work tonight, and then I have 2 days off, so I figured that this was the perfect time to start this vlog and delve into this. I'm gonna try and get a decent chunk of it done today while I can, and I will keep you guys updated on what I am thinking, what I'm feeling about it. This could be quite a controversial video towards the end if I don't end up liking it, and I don't like trashing people's favourite books, but we'll see. So that's the plan. I have read this much of Shadow and Bone so far. I am on page 65, chapter 5. So I've read 4 chapters this afternoon/evening, and I say evening because it's pretty dark outside. It's only 4:30, but it is crazy dark, and it's creeping me out a little bit that it gets so dark so early now. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, my only gripe with this book so far, and this might be an unpopular opinion, I don't really know, please don't shoot me, just some of the names for the Grisha elite, the people that have these magical abilities, are just a little bit unimaginative to me. So the names like Material Key, Ethereal Key, Corporal Key, all of that, it just doesn't really do it for me. I don't like it. I think it's very unimaginative. I think there could have been better names. But other than that, I am enjoying it. The start has been very action-packed already. A lot has happened in such a short space of time. I'm very, very interested in finding out more about the world that these characters exist in, finding out more about the history. I think the whole concept of the shadow fold is super cool. And the Volcra sounds super cool as well. I'm very keen to find out more about them. I literally just read a scene in which a man gets sliced in half, and I found that really cool. I love brutal elements like that, especially in YA fantasy, because sometimes you never really expect it, and sometimes YA fantasy can be a little bit too tame for my liking, and in these kind of worlds where there's magic and wars and all of that, I expect some kind of violence, so that really appealed to me. Yeah, I am sensing a lot of Russian inspiration. I think a lot of this story has been inspired by Russian culture. I'm just going off the fact that a lot of the place names and character names have very Russian-esque style names, so I'm not sure, but I'll look that up, but I definitely think that that's a thing. I am enjoying it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's okay. I'm gonna keep going with it, but I have to go to work very soon, so I'm gonna have to put the book down now and carry it on tomorrow morning. I know I won't have time tonight unless I finish ridiculously early, which is not gonna happen. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello guys. So it's Tuesday afternoon. I've been pretty busy for the first half of today. I've done loads of housework. I've got some work stuff done. I filmed a video for my channel, so I'm literally only just sitting down to read Shadow and Bone now. It's about 3 o'clock, just gone 3 o'clock. I've been reading for a little bit already. I've just read 2 chapters. I'm just about to hit the 100-page mark, and the story's really piquing my interest, so I'm gonna try and read as much of this as I can now, because I'm going out for dinner a little bit later. And yeah, I'm very excited to get into this. Don't really know what my expectations are for this, but I feel like it's going to be a fun ride, and anything that's fun I'm there for, so. Haven't read anything yet today. It's like 4 o'clock and I have been busy editing a video which I'm waiting to upload now, and it's taken forever, but I wanted to prioritize that today because I haven't uploaded anything for about 2 weeks. My bad. So I'm waiting for that to upload so I can just add the final touches to it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to read until later. I think I'm going to wait till my boyfriend gets home and have dinner, and then I think I'm going to sit down and read, because if I do it now, I'll get distracted when he comes home and then I just won't pick it up again. So I think I'll leave it till later. So I'll show you guys my progress then. But yeah, I got to about page 120 yesterday. Still enjoying it, still think it's okay. not got massive opinions on it still, but that might change in the future. So last night I got up to page 202, so I read quite a decent chunk of it in a few hours, and yeah, I'm still liking it. I don't know how I feel about the whole Alina and the Darklyn romance thing. I kind of knew that that was coming, but I don't know if I like it or not. And also I just feel like the Darklyn is up to something that's definitely not good. I don't think he's planning what he says he's actually planning, so we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I've got a few hours before I have to go to work tonight, so I'm just gonna chill out and try and finish this before work. I only have just over 100 pages left, so that's definitely doable. And yeah, I don't know what my expectations are for the ending. I don't know if it's going to blow me away, but we'll see. I've finished it, so this update's got to be super quick because I have to go to work in literally 15 minutes time. But I finished Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't really know how I was going to feel about it to start with. I know that it's a very, very popular book. Her series has done really well, and she's a name that I always hear on BookTube and Bookstagram the majority of the time. I knew a little bit about what it was going to be going into it, but other than that, I didn't really set my expectations too high, just because I wasn't sure if it was going to be for me. There have been a lot of really popular YA fantasies that I have read that I just haven't really liked, and in a way I'm ashamed to admit this, but I kind of didn't want to like it because I didn't want to jump on that bandwagon, and I didn't want to be, you know, like everybody else. I kind of like being controversial sometimes, but I've got to admit, I absolutely love this. I am a Grishaverse fan, 100%. Yeah, I didn't give this book 5 stars just because there were a few little things for me that were a little bit of an issue. The pacing kind of slowed, like in the last third of the book, and I did find myself struggling through some of the chapters, and I felt like the ending was kind of rushed a little bit. I wish there had been a little bit more of a bulky and a bit more of an action-packed ending, but that's just me personally. I did feel a little bit underwhelmed, and it did kind of end on a little bit of a bum note for me, in terms of it just didn't leave me very satisfied. But I feel like that's just because there's another book and it was setting up for that, and obviously there is going to be more, which I am definitely going to read. And yeah, I also just found it a little bit predictable. There were a few things that I guessed were going to happen, and they did happen, and I guessed right about the Darkling, and his plan wasn't his original plan at all, and he ended up being the villain, which I'm not that mad about, but at the same time I am a little bit mad about, because I don't know. But overall, really, really enjoyed it. It's definitely worth the read. It's definitely worth the 4 stars at the most. And I really like Leigh Bardugo's writing. She was really, really good at creating atmosphere in her writing. I definitely felt all of the broody, dark, mysterious vibes in every single word. She's very, very good at pulling you into her world. Very, very, very intrigued to see where the story goes next. I'm definitely planning to read the next book, and I can't remember the name of it. It's on the back. Siege and Storm is the next one, and then Ruin and Rising is the third one, and then obviously there's the whole Six of Crows thing as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So Leigh Bardugo fans, you are absolutely right to like her work. She is definitely a good writer. This book was very enjoyable. I'm also very excited to learn that this is going to be adapted into a Netflix show next year, and I was reading some of the cast lineup and they've cast Ben Barnes as the Darkling, and I mentioned before that I love Ben Barnes. He's a great actor. Definitely think he would fit that role perfectly, 100%. So I am all for it, and I'm very excited to watch that. So thank you for watching this vlog. It's been very fun to make, and it has been really nice to get back into reading after a massive reading slump and after being poorly. And yeah, I've discovered a new YA fantasy that I like, which is very exciting. I can't wait to get stuck into another series because I don't read series that often anymore. I prefer to read standalones just because my little brain can't cope with a massive world and all of that sometimes. If you like Shadow and Bone, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this, then please leave a comment down below about all the things you like about it and whether it's worth my time reading the next 2 books in the series. Also, if you have any other recommendations for any books that you would like to see me read throughout the next year, then let me know, and I would love to do a little vlog about them and discover new authors and new books. As always, please like this video if you obviously liked it. Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell button down below if you want to see more from me in the future. And I will see you all in another video very shortly. Bye guys, thank you.